hail global zen. What up, dude? How are you today, my man? Good to see you, bro. Chillin'. Setting up the next Hup Cup. Setting up the next Hup Cup, dude. Hello, hello. Happy New Year's. Have a nice New Year Eve. Can't see you, Hup. I know. You're not supposed to see me right now.
The path to victory.
You can hear me though, right? You can hear me though, right, my man?
Your warriors require additional pylons. You cannot warp at that location.
You sound low. Is that a little better? I'm not talking very loudly right now. I kind of had a splitting headache. Kind of have a splitting headache right now. I'm sorry if the volume's low. I'm just trying to chill today and not think too much. Kind of have some
Your
sad
probes
things
are
on
under
my
attack. Warp field inaccessible. That location.
He doesn't have the second pylon in his base. No second pylon.
Meditation is over. Na Adan Atu. We are the blades of ire.
The enemy threatens your probes. Your foe strikes at a pylon. The enemy is destroying your probes. You must defend them.
I am here in the shadows.
Your pylon is under attack.
Justice. I am the voice.
Your mineral reserves are insufficient. You've insufficient supply. Warp in additional pylons. You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
Intriguing.
Didn't find any close proxy locations.
You cannot warp at that location.
We embrace the glory of battle.
You have not enough minerals.
You require. We are one with the shadows.
Oracle perceiving. Our fates are... Hello? You seek How can Let us begin. Our windows.
I am here.
An Erodine. How can I aid you?
voice of the eclipse.
Really sucks to lose my ability to use warp gate.
You have not enough minerals. Your mineral reserves are insufficient.
Harmonized.
It shall be.
Oh gosh, my stalker's derping out.
An omen. I see. Let us begin.
I am here in the shadows.
You've not enough. You must construct additional pylons.
Our window is short. Our
I am here in the shadows.
You have not enough minerals. You must put your harvesters to work. You have not enough minerals.
extrapolating strings. It is destined. Nazutai.
You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
I am here in the shadows.
The stars are...
I am here in the shadows.
Your base
We
is under
meet
siege.
our fate.
Do not let this transgression go unpunished. Your research is complete. May it serve you well.
I am here in the shadows. I am here in the shadows.
You have not enough minerals.
I am here in the shadows.
Research complete.
You require.
You've gathered all available.
Let our enemy know our fury. I am here. Cold.
Your mineral reserves are insufficient.
I am here in the shadows. We are.
You require more vestige gas. A mineral field. You cannot warp at that location.
My life for iron.
Mineral field exhausted. Perhaps it's time to consider a hidden base? Warp field inaccessible. You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work. You cannot warp at that location.
Let our enemy know our fury.
You have not enough minerals. complete. Let your blade burn bright. Additional pylons are required. Your research has completed. Not all battles are won.
We embrace the glory of battle.
You've depleted a mineral cluster. Your warriors require additional pylons.
I am here in the shadows. We embrace the glory of battle.
You have not enough
We embrace the glory of battle. I am here.
mineral field exhausted. Perhaps it's time to consider a...
My skills.
A power... You've not enough Vespine gas.
The darkness rise. I am the voice of the eclipse. We embrace the glory of battle. My light for ire. The merging.
An upgrade has been completed. You've gathered all available minerals from a cluster.
My light for ire. You require my skills.
You require more Vespine gas. You've depleted a mineral cluster.
From the shadows I come. Time for battle. The darkness. Engaging the enemy. My light. Eclipse. The merging is complete. My light for fire.
A mineral field has been depleted. That's true.
The glory of battle. My light for ire.
The mineral field exhausted. Your probes are under attack.
We embrace the glory of battle.
You must place that in a power field.
From the shadows I come.
The enemy is assaulting your nexus point. Upgrade.
My light for the glory of
Grow
battle.
more powerful. Your pylon is under siege. You've gathered all available minerals. The enemy is destroying your probes. You must defend them. Your mineral reserves are insufficient.
I am here in the shadows.
enemy is assaulting your nexus point. You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work. You have not enough minerals. You've exhausted a Vespine geyser.
I live on.
Your mineral reserve. A Vespine geyser has been depleted.
I bask in the twilight. Naspe.
Your base is under siege. Do not let this transgression go unpunished.
I am the blade of Shokoras. Jakul. You require my skill. What?
Your research is complete. May it serve you well. You've depleted a mineral cluster.
Got to. State thy bidding.
Mineral field exhausted. Perhaps it's time to consider a hidden base? The enemy threatens your probes.
Consciousness awakened.
The enemy defiles your base. Slay them.
Deliver reinforcements. Ancient glory.
Your probes are under attack.
We embrace the glory of battle. I am here in the shadows. Let our enemy know our fury.
Your base is under siege. Do not let this transgression go unpunished. The enemy is assaulting your nexus. Korshala Adun.
One of them tells you when the GM players will drop out of GM, and one of them tells you when the GM players will get put into GM from the placement. I have an 80% win rate. This guy's probably got like 80% win rate. Yeah, he's pretty good right now. No, I guess it's just me playing against a 4,700 player and losing. Feels bad, man. Okay, worst day of my life, to be honest. Worst day of my life, to be real with you guys. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I mean, it's pretty simple, dude. You can use your brain and figure it out. You go to Grandmaster, it says next re-ranking in 24 hours. These bottom people will drop out of GM, and then in 3 hours, these people will get put into GM, right?
Joe Biden.
These people will be promoted in 2 hours and 45 minutes. And these people will tank. Well, it's not even these bottom people. It's just the people who are inactive and also the people who are lowest MMR. Are you trying to get into GM, Cosmic Cow? Is that why you're worried about this? Trying to sneak into GM right now, and that's why you're worried about this? I have a buddy in Contender right now. We'll tell him that if his MMR gets high enough, he'll get put into GM League. That's how it works. It's really simple. Just think about it like that. If your MMR goes high enough, you get into GM. Don't even worry about any of the other detail stuff. What up, Ornatus? Welcome back, dude. Who cares about the details? Get better at the game, right? Hello, You buy the 14900K? No guest here. I did not buy it. I listened to what Epitry Zelda had to say, and I was like, okay, it makes too much sense, right? Everything he said made way too much sense. I was like, all right, I'll just wait. I'll suffer through the annoyances, and we'll get an AMD product instead. This guy's gonna one base all on us for sure. That's just what he does. What an unlucky fucking click, dude.
You've not enough Vespine gas.
You require my skill.
Oh, he didn't go Reaper first. I can just walk across the map with these units and find out what's going on. I forgot. Are you waiting for your next gen? No, I'll just wait for the 9800K to be in stock. You know what I mean? That's like my plan. Is I'll just wait for the 9800K to be in stock.
That ability requires more energy.
State thy bidding. It shall be as
You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
2024 is the year of the toes, dude. Listen, dude. It's about the dog, okay? I'm showing you the dog.
we stand as one.
Your research has completed.
God. Are you kidding me? How do people get this lucky, dude?
I am here in the shadows.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
Of course.
I am here in the shadows. I am here in the shadows.
Insufficient energy.
550. I don't think he's got a natural going right now.
I am here.
third CC.
You must harvest more Vespine gas. You must construct additional pylons. You've depleted. Your mineral reserves are insufficient. You've insufficient supply. Warp in additional pylons. Your warriors require additional pylons. Your warriors are under attack. You require more Vespine gas. You must warp field inaccessible. That location is invalid.
Glory to the Daylong.
You've gathered all available minerals from a cluster.
Warzala.
I live on.
The first shall persevere.
Your pylon is under siege. Research complete.
Ah, we teleported to the third base.
The enemy is destroying your probes. You must defend them.
Oh boy.
Speak and be heard. Ancient glory reborn. Our foes surround us. Conscious for Iron.
Yes, where shall let your will be Najakar.
You've insufficient supply. Warp in additional pylons.
Najakar, we serve.
Ancient glory.
You must construct additional pylons.
Let your
Your research is complete. May it serve you well.
Consciousness awakening.
Hope is not.
I said, it'll teach me to do anything that's not a Twilight Stalker. I'm gonna be honest with you, I hope that Stormgate just like takes over the RTS game scene. I really do. I just went for the Robo because I thought he was one base holoning me. And I was gonna try and do some like Warp Prism micro. It worked okay, but it just didn't go very good. Hello? And no, I'm not waiting for next gen. I'm just waiting for the 9800K to like actually be on stock. You can't. It's just not available to buy because they like drip feed it into stores and stuff like that. You there? Yeah, I think it's hard to say Stormgate is bad right now because it's in early access and it's very clearly not even close to finished, right? But it's too bad that, you know, everybody judged it as if it was finished. And, you know, Frost Giant has a lot to do with that, seeing as they released the game with like $60 of microtransactions. It won't let me message you on BNet. Pog, dude. Why does it still show me the maps from the old map pool? They haven't even updated this stuff properly. It's so cringe. But Stormgate is bad, though. Intuition. How much did you play Stormgate? I have a very simple question for you. How much did you play Stormgate? Please leave Duck. I asked this person to play in a specific way. Exactly the same way that he played last game.
Adun Toridas.
He's not going to proxy 2-racks me, and if he does, we'll just leave because it's utterly pointless because I asked him to play in a specific way like he did in the original game that we just played that you weren't paying attention to because you have goldfish attention span.
You have not enough minerals.
It's really important, intuition. How much did you play Stormgate for you to say that it's bad? Did you get any good at the game? Or did you just listen to the influencer circle jerk and go, oh gosh, these dang influencers, they're all so much better than me and they know what's going on. I'm gonna listen to what they have to say. This is like literally the only thing in the game that gives Terran an advantage in the early game, is this eBay block bullshittery. So I'm gonna just hard metagame that Terran players will eBay block me every single game. And then I'll go scout proxy locations instead of going directly to their base. Because that's the other thing that they can absolutely fuck me with. And I'll make a sentry first. I didn't even need to chrono boost it. That was kind of a waste. It's okay though.
You've not enough Vespene gas. You must harvest more Vespene gas. You've not enough energy.
Where do our enemies lurk?
The firstborn shall persevere.
The enemy is destroying your probes. You must defend them.
Iron shall be. Iron shall be.
I am eager to...
Let your
On the wings of justice.
You cannot warp at that location.
Time for battle.
yes.
I am here in the shadows.
The enemy threatens your probes.
You require. State thy cold is the void.
Additional pylons. Your pylon is under attack. Your
I am here in the shadows.
numbers alone. Warp field inaccessible.
The voice.
You must construct additional pylons.
I am here in the shadows.
Let your will be.
You have not enough minerals.
I am here in the shadows. You require.
You know he's gonna dive off towards our main base with the medevac, right? Yeah, we perfectly read him here. He feels pretty good. We're a lot smarter than he is. You guys check that? You guys check that? That was pretty cool, right? We fucking... Oh, that's sick, dude. I mean, it's also a very real possibility that Stormgate is a very unlikable game. That's true, but I think that, like, if you pass judgment on something before you actively play it, it's probably a pretty bad idea.
Your mineral reserves are insufficient.
I am here.
You have not enough. Your mineral.
I am here in the shadows.
You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
I will
I'm showing my dog to you, Rocker, not my tits. Calm down. I know that you're a horny little gay boy, okay?
eager to strike.
What's that?
The skies await.
Banshee? I guess we make a battery in the bases no matter what, because if it's a Raven, I mean, like, he's just gonna Raven harass us, right?
You have not enough minerals.
I am here in the shadows.
You have not enough. Research complete.
State, you require my skills.
You've gathered all available minerals from a cluster.
My life for iron.
Consciousness awakened.
State thy I am the voice.
He moved back into his base.
Our enemy know our fury. I come. You require unseen. State. My life for iron.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you compare Stormgate to something like Concord, right? Like Concord was clearly the hardest flop of all time, right? That was like PlayStation and Sony invested fucking $100 million in that, and fucking. Hold on, I need to go check something. I'll be right back. 1 second. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of hope for Stormgate. More? At least I have it, you know. I know everybody else is pessimistic assholes, but I'm not a pessimistic asshole, so I have hope for Stormgate that in the next 6 to 8 months they'll have something super cool to show us with the remaster and stuff. Imagine having hope, dude. Yeah, I mean, be positive. Everybody seems to have the mentality that, like, it can only get worse. But, you know, dude, it's just as likely that everything gets better and as it is that everything gets worse. So why would you pray for and hope that things get worse instead of pray for and hope that things get better? Yeah, the new artwork looks really good. I looked over it the other day. You know what? I should go back to that VOD and I should cut up my reaction to all the artwork stuff and I should put it on YouTube. Yeah, like if that artwork is what they go for, like, then why be overly negative on StarCraft 2? Because fuck, dude, the longer you do something, the harder it is to remain positive about it.
May Raja Gal light the
Stormgate
path
is
to
something
victory.
new. And it has like an active development team, and they're clearly very dedicated to their product. And StarCraft 2 is not actively developed, and it has a bunch of fucking childish pro gamers in charge of decision making around it. And that's why it's easy to be pessimistic about this game. Like, yeah, I'm not really like one way or the other. Stormgate are succeeding or not succeeding does not like hinge on my thoughts being the way they are, you know. Like, if Stormgate doesn't succeed and make a comeback and have like a few thousand active players, like, skin off my bones, you know, like, it's fine, but I'm not gonna prey on their fucking downfall. Not gonna prey on their downfall, you know. Mostly Fresh Shine's fault. Well, yeah. It's mostly their fault. They put out like
big
overly
penises
hyped expectations.
is what I want to see.
The overly hyped expectations were like, oh my god. The overly hyped expectations were like on the community. Like, I want you to go back and find where in the fucking world I want you to go find like all this hype stuff, dude. Where did they hype it? Show me. Show me what you're talking about. Show me what you're talking about. Because like they didn't do any crazy hype selling stuff. Like, if anything, they kept the game relatively secretive until like 2022. They really didn't say much of anything until like 2022. Like,
Your mineral reserves are insufficient.
like when did everybody get this idea? Like, I don't know really. Just a bad game, bro. If you want to do a game that competes with StarCraft 2, then you gotta do a good game. It's not about feelings. No. This is why I asked you. This is why I asked you. How much have you played Stormgate? This is very important, Intuition. How much have you played Stormgate? Because if you haven't played the game that much, and you're like, oh, but it's this way and that way, and I believe it to be
Your foe
so.
strikes
Well,
at a
well, bro,
pylon.
you haven't played the game that much, even. Like, how do you know it's a terrible game?
The enemy defiles your base. Slay them. The enemy has engaged your forces. Unleash the fury of the Daylong. Your research has completed. The enemy
I
is
watch more
assaulting your
RTS than I
nexus
play.
point.
Well, that's what I'm saying is the whole problem, dude. Like, if you mainly watch instead of play, how can you have, like...
Must construct additional
How can you have, like, an opinion that isn't just somebody else's opinion regurgitated? Like, I'm not trying to make you feel bad about this, but, like, if you just, like, have your entire reality of, like, what you think the game is about formed because you've watched a bunch of people play the game, that's, like, not a good thing, you know? That's like listening to someone who hates another person, right? Like, think about it in this context. Imagine listening to someone talk shit about me, right? They're like, I fucking hate Hupsaiya. He's a terrible person. Fuck Hupsaiya. He's so terrible. And then you just color your entire viewpoint of me based on what you heard from someone else, right? Like, yeah, for me personally, I hyped up the game from day one in my head. Yeah, and that's fine, you know? Like,
Additional pylons are required.
but you gotta have, like, that temperance, right?
You must construct
Where you're
additional
like, you know what?
pylons.
Maybe
Your probes
I
are
shouldn't
under
be,
attack.
like, crazy about this.
You've insufficient supply. Warp in additional pylons.
Is that a lib, probably? I feel like I'm not getting my point across very well, but, like, how I think about it stands, you know? Like,
Your warriors require additional
you shouldn't let
pylons.
somebody else create your
The enemy
opinion for
pylon
you.
is under
That's
siege.
bad. It's bad if you let somebody else create your opinion for you. Okay.
Naja Khan.
Fine.
Let your
You require. I am here in the shadows.
You know, it doesn't help, like I said, that he played completely and totally differently from how he did originally. Like, what can I say, right? Like, if you don't go actively engage with something before you pass judgment on it by, like, doing the thing, you're, like, you're doing a
Dave
disservice to yourself.
Test ASC sent, hello Cornelius Quincy Hupsaiya.
Yo,
Thank you
it's the
for your
Dave.
support of Stormgate. We love you. Signed, the guy that invented insulin.
Sign the guy
The
who
guy that
invented
invented
insulin.
diabetes awareness.
Okay, dude. Some games just aren't as fun to watch, and he watched the game and didn't enjoy them. I don't see why that means he was influenced by influencers. Dude, that, like, is the meaning of influenced by influencers. You watched people who didn't make the product entertaining because they're not good
Research
entertainers.
is complete.
You know what I mean? Like, you watch somebody... Oh my God, this guy's gonna wreck me this time. Hey, let me focus on the game, okay? Let me focus on
Engage
the game,
these
okay?
nuts.
We are one with the shadows.
Your base is under siege.
Ah,
Do not let this
he went the
transgression
one
go
spot that I
unpunished.
wasn't ready.
Additional pylons are required.
I have met the end.
Here in the shadows, let our enemy know our fury.
return to serve.
The enemy is destroying. You've depleted a mineral cluster. Defend them. Become one with the eternal night.
Some things are just blatantly obvious, like Stormgate being bad. Okay, we'll go for broke. That's... Listen, bro, in the words of the dude, that's like your opinion, man. So, you know, when you say your opinion as if it's a fact, and then you say your opinion as if it's a fact to other people, that's a really bad look. You can't do that. You can't say your opinion as if it's, like, objectively true in a scientific way. Like, I fucking peer-reviewed this. It's an opinion shared by most of the world, though, bro. Yeah, well, that doesn't mean that everybody can't be wrong. America supports fucking crazy fucking like crazy shit all over the world. Do you agree with all that because the majority agrees with it? Like, if you woke up tomorrow and somebody was like, yeah, dudes, we need to stop pooping in the toilet and start pooping in the sink of our house. And, like, there was, like, a 95% consensus that everybody should poop in their sink instead of in their toilet. Would you just sheeple along and follow? Or would you try to form thoughts for yourself? You know, like, I know that's an absurd extremist example, but that's, like, what's happening with Stormgate and new RTS games in general. When was the last time you played an RTS? Like this is challenge mode, right? This is challenge mode. When's the last time you played a new RTS game and didn't just directly one-for-one compare it to StarCraft 2? Okay? Tell me, when did you play a new RTS game and not directly one-for-one compare it to StarCraft 2 and go, wah, it's not StarCraft 2? When was the last time you did that? First major influencer to actually give a negative reaction was Day 9. All the rest were heavy pushing it. I don't think they were, dude. Gotta be up early. Peace. Hell yeah. Right at the inception of the studio, Pig and Artusis and Winterd released multiple interviews glazing Frost Giant. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The opinion that the majority of the time has is better than the minority's opinion. I mean, that's only because you have, like, the bias that of being a human, where, like, oh, more people agree with this side, so I'm gonna side with that side because I don't want to do research for myself. Yeah, all I'm saying is, like, you don't have to write it off like it's completely fucking dead and there's no fucking chance it's ever gonna come back, you know? Like, there was a lot of ass kissing. Not you, Hup, just saying. Yeah, no, like, you'll not hear me say positive things about Stormgate. I fucking ripped on Stormgate so fucking hard over and over and over again, okay? But I played the game for like 400 hours, alright? I played the game for like 400 hours. I had a lot of fun playing Stormgate, and I got really good at it, and there's like way more things that I like about the game than things I don't like about the game.
Adun Toridas.
Like, here's the last thing I'm going to say about this, okay? If you play an RTS game and you're not very good, you will not have a good time playing that RTS game. Okay? I'm going to say it one more time for you. I'm not even going to color it with the RTS game genre, okay? If you play a game And it's a very competitive, focused game where you need to win and try very hard. And then you try not very hard and you don't win. And then you complain about the game. You're mad because you're bad. And not because the game is bad. And you need to face facts. Look at reality. You need to criticize yourself instead of the people that made the game. There's more to hate on in the game than to enjoy. I mean, like, I literally just said that I disagree with that. Like, I have way more things that I enjoy about Stormgate than I dislike about Stormgate.
The facts are dog vs dog meta. Great shit, right?
Yeah, but they fixed the dog versus dog meta, dude. They fixed it. They just took a while. You know, they just took a while to fix it. It is what it is. Like, they had a slow development cycle. It's not that they didn't want to fix that shit. It's that they were like, we just can't do that right now. We need time to fix a bunch of other stuff.
You have not enough minerals.
Like, it's like you saw one bad thing about the game, and then you gave up on it and never came back to it. Which is fine, but, like, you gotta admit that, like, you didn't give it the time that it needed.
Give us your command. Faith before Najakar
The enemy threatens your probes.
They said, please let us cook, and you said, we ain't gonna let you cook. We're gonna judge you on what you've got now, and we're gonna fucking baby rage, because it's not perfect right now. It's like what everybody did, man.
We are one combat. Glory to the Daemon. To glory.
That's like literally what everybody did. Oh boy, it's early access? Please, let us cook. We've got good stuff coming. No, we're not letting you cook. We're gonna judge it right now based on what you got.
Where shall we watch?
This is nothing like what he did the first time, dude. Like, this is nothing like what you did in the latter game, my dude. I don't understand.
I didn't baby rage. I never knocked them.
Do you not know? I did one more Marine. Yeah, but you didn't move across. Yeah, but you didn't move across with the Marines.
Your research is complete.
Where's the intentionality behind the things that he's doing? Okay, re-go. Oh, it's okay. Just know. You're making the practice pointless. It is what it is. Like, you're like making the practice not have impact because you're just doing some random shit every time.
You require my skills.
This is why I'm the worst practice partner. Yeah, because you can't, like, not have ego. Your ego is too deeply ingrained with, like, your need to win at the game. So you can't, like, run the same build over and over and over again and hope that the person you're playing against, like, actually adapts. You need to, like, you desperately, like, try to find a way to win regardless of what other people are going through. And, like, what they ask you to do, right? Like, I specifically asked when I started this for this guy to, like, play like he did in the first game. And he hasn't managed to play like he did in the first game a single time, right? Like, we've played, like, 4 different matches. And, like, every game he's done something completely different. And it's like, alright, dude, well, you know, it is what it is. But, like, you're not helping me. Or he's not helping me, and he's not helping himself. You know what I mean? He's not helping me, and he's not helping himself.
I am you. I cold is the void. You require my skills. So let our enemy know our fury. It shall be as you say. I am the voice of the eclipse. State thy bidding. You let our enemy know our fury. I am here in the shadows. You require.
You have not enough.
Intriguing. We are one with the shadows. I am the voice of the eclipse.
You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
You know, like when you pick up practice games versus somebody, it's so that you can help each other and not so that you can try really hard to like just win some ladder points, you know? It's not about winning ladder points, it's about helping each other. And he's just like obsessed with, you know, winning the ladder points. Like that's this guy's whole deal. It's like he's like, this is like ladder, right? It's like, no, we're playing customs, low stress, low value games. Like, just please do the thing that I asked you to do, you know? Play like a bot, dude. What the fuck? See, Prosper, you're too retarded to understand how it is that somebody would actually get... See, I had this argument with you back in the day, Prosper. I remember having this argument with you and saying, bro, I need you to, like, help me by playing the same way. Consistency is how people get better, not randomness, okay? Consistency is what helps people get better, not randomness.
You must construct additional warp field inaccessible.
Like, why does this guy have a bajillion fucking libs in his army this time?
We stand. Voice, justice. You require my skill. State real.
I think he's still got this over here, dude.
Warp at that location.
My life for
You've gathered all available minerals from a cluster.
Co. You require.
Mineral field exhausted. Perhaps it's time to consider a hidden base. Hope is not lost.
Okay, let's just move on from the Stormgate topic because you're all too jaded to have like a normal person conversation about something. It is what it is. Just move on. Just move on. You're just too jaded, grumpy, and old to have a conversation about something. If you're over the age of 25, you're old. Get fucked, retard. Gotta get up at 4 a.m. for work. Enjoy your night. It's not even like a big bag of builds that he cycles through, dude. I'm spontaneous. Dumb and random. Yeah, no, like, if you want to be unpredictable while you play ladder, that's totally fine. I have nothing against that. That's totally fine. What I want when I ask somebody to play custom games with me is for them to not have an ego that makes them have to desperately do some random thing every single time instead of helping me to practice against the specific thing that I asked him before we started playing to help me with, you know? Like, you're a fucking idiot, you know? Like, it's so weird.
I love you, // bitch.
Like, imagine if I hit up a Cannon Rush player. I'm like, hey, Full Heart, help me, like, learn to play versus Cannon Rush. And then he goes, okay. And we play one game, and he doesn't Cannon Rush. And he goes, was that good? Was that good? Do you understand? Does that not paint the picture clearly enough for how fucking stupid this is? Like... I don't know how people are so fucking clueless and ignorant. It's like just such an ignorant and clueless thing to do, you know? Like...
Your mineral reserves are insufficient. Your probes are under attack.
Right? You learned so much from the fucking Cannon Rush practice, right? You know what you wouldn't have learned? If he hadn't Cannon Rushed me and had decided to do some other random play style or strategy every single fucking match. Right? It's just so goofy. Like, I don't... Yeah, like, the ladder player mentality just can't leave people. Like, they can't fucking get over their ladder player mentality. Like, dude, I very nicely asked you to specifically do something, and then you just, like, fucking full D'd it out and do stupid shit. Well, he is friends with rockers, so it's a possibility that he is messing with me, you know? Like, there is a distinct possibility that he's fucking with me and he's just trolling because he is friends with Rocker, you know? Like, it is what it is. Rocker might have been like, yeah, dude, just fucking troll him and ruin the entire point of him asking you for customs and practice games. It's like, okay, dude.
I have met the enemy. Najakar, we serve. The firstborn shall persevere. Ire, let your... Give us your... Where... Let your... Yes, exactly.
Oh my god, I can't click to save my life.
Combat open.
I am here in the shadows. State thy bidding.
Your research is completed. Not all battles are won through numbers alone.
Go.
Call me a fat titty China boy.
I am here in
Somebody
the
please
shadows.
ban that person. It's just like absurd that I have to deal with people like this on the regular.
You've You've insufficient
Somebody just
supply.
ban that guy? Thank you.
Warp in additional pylons.
I don't need to deal with people like that.
Your warriors require additional pylons.
It shall you require. State that I am the heart. I am the voice of the eclipse.
Additional pylons are required.
Let our enemy know our fury. Veraku.
You must construct additional pylons. Your research is complete.
Who is
May it
Rocker?
serve
I am here.
Jaded old fucker like the rest of the StarCraft community.
We are cold. I am the heart of darkness. Cold. You require my skills. I serve. State we are.
Warp field accessible. That location.
Very well. I am here in the shadow. Let our enemy know our fury. You require. I am the state that bidding. I am the heart of darkness. Intrigue. I am the cold is the void. You require my skills. We are one with the shadows.
You've insufficient supply. You have not enough additional pylons. Put your harvesters to work. You cannot warp at that location. You have not enough minerals.
I am here. I am the voice. You require my skills. State thy
Glory to the day. It shall
Just we are the blades of my life for hire.
cold.
My life for hire.
Research complete.
My life for hire.
I am here in the shadows. We are one with the shadows.
Your mineral reserves are insufficient.
My life for hire.
Veraku.
That location is invalid.
My life for hire.
I am here in the shadows.
You require more Vespine gas. You must harvest more Vespine gas. You have not enough minerals. Put your harvesters to work.
My life for hire.
What does it mean when
A
someone
mineral
calls you a
field has
China
been
boy? I have
depleted.
no
Your
idea. That was
warriors
really
require
weird. Like,
additional
I don't know.
pylons.
I've never seen that guy before, and I have no clue.
You've gathered all available minerals. You've depleted a mineral cluster.
Really weird.
You have not enough minerals.
My life for hire.
You have not
I
enough
mean, we know
minerals.
he's just gonna
Put
drop
your
my main,
harvesters
right?
to
Like, it's the only strategy that Terran players can think of. So let's just go spread preemptively, because, like, what else could he possibly be doing?
Upgrade complete. Make use of this surge in potential. You must construct additional pylons.
Highlight for hire.
Insufficient.
I am here in the shadows.
Warp field inaccessible. That location is invalid.
I am here in the shadows.
A battle for the legend.
What's that guy doing? You know, I don't think he knows either. Like he said, he just plays ladder games and he doesn't practice with any sort of intentionality ever. So he doesn't know what he's doing. So like there's no thought, right? I think this is probably like the first time that he's ever like sat down and been like, okay, yeah, let's practice fucking this thing, you know, like. How many games of StarCraft 2 have you played? Way too many, dude. Way too many, dude. Thank you so much for the bits, Dave. I love you, man. There was a guy like that in my old clan. He would ask to practice macro and then bunker rush me. I think it's okay if he's like, hey, I want to practice macro games, but I want to start the game by bunker rushing every time to like set the stage, right? So that you can know that that's what the fucking play is and that you can be like, all right, I'm not going to metagame this. I'm going to just deal with it as it comes. And we're going to deal with it organically, and we're going to learn together.
Put your harvesters to work.
Did you ever consider switching games so you can be a successful streamer? I mean, yeah. What am I going to switch to? That's an RTS game, right?
You have not enough minerals.
Then I had to ask him to bunker rush me, and I wouldn't. Well, he's just an asshole, you know? It is what it is, man. Alright, so at like 55, 56 seconds, we go to the natural to see if we're getting eBay blocked every single game. This is not a meta game, this is just what you do. Because I want to go next to some 19's play.
The enemy threatens your probes.
See, like, he's not even good at doing this eBay block stuff. Like, he keeps losing the SCV, like, every single fucking time. And it's like, okay, well, maybe you need to actually practice doing this.
Your mineral reserves are insufficient.
I don't know, Will World.
You've not enough best.
Switching to another game is tough.
You have not enough
what would I switch to, right? Like, can you give me some examples of some games that I could switch to where I wouldn't be, like, immediately dwarfed by literally everyone else playing the game? I play other games occasionally, but nothing big.
Your mineral reserves are insufficient.
I played Stone Shard last night, and I really liked that game. I feel like that's a game I could probably play for, like, fucking 100, 500 hours, something like that.
Let our enemy know our fury.
Shut the fuck up!
Let our enemy know our
Research complete.
I serve. I am here in the shadows.
See, this was helpful, right? Because, like, I understand now that going Stalker first is probably our best option. And then we just stuff his attempt at doing this stuff entirely. So now I don't really need the practice games anymore. But they were helpful, right?
You've
Instead
insufficient
of being
supply.
worthless,
Warp
they're
in
helpful.
I am here in the shadows. The coal you require. I am
Shut the fuck up.
Your warriors require additional pylons.
Are you gonna be able to identify this exact build? Well, I'll know that it's not about like specifically this build. It's about the eBay block in the double gas opener. So we know that he went double gas, and we know that he went eBay block. So it should be relatively easy to figure out. Okay, I'm gonna go Stalker first, and I'm not gonna fucking make Sentries and Adepts because they're absolutely fucking worthless at defending all the early game shenanigans.
You must harvest more Vespine gas.
I am here in the shadows.
You cannot
You know what I
warp
mean?
at that location.
I was experimenting with using things that aren't a Twilight console opener, right? And I feel like the experiment was successful in that we like perfectly understand that the only option Protoss has is blink openers.
In the shadows.
Protoss has no option but to go for a blink opener every single time.
Let our enemy know our fury. We move unseen.
Your probes are under attack.
Let our enemy
You require more Vespine gas.